What's up, Dinglehoppers? Week 1 of the Disney Animated Films Bracket Challenge March Madness Extravaganza.
That's a really long title.
Whatever we're calling this is done.
It's done.
The results are in.
Some of these... Okay, so I think round 1 wasn't, like, too bad, but there were definitely some upsets. Some that I was not expecting.
Yes. Overall, not bad.
Wasn't
but
bad.
There's a couple here. The madness has started. And
Oh, yes.
I don't know. We had some upsets. And once again, don't hate us. We base this primarily on IMDb ratings, so we fully acknowledge that some of these seedings were a little questionable, but
IMDb was like the way for us to, I think, evenly distribute it, like not have a bias, like, okay, these are the standings that we're going to follow.
Right. So let's get into it. Let's start right at the top. Princess Region, right off the bat. Overall, that one was pretty straightforward.
It's kind of what we expected.
It is. Beauty and the Beast just steamrolled their way through. I mean, 92% of the vote.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pocahontas.
Yeah. I mean, the rest of it was pretty normal, but I think the big upset was Snow White versus Cinderella.
One could say a Cinderella story.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, I picked Cinderella.
I did too.
Didn't see them winning with 69% of the vote. That was crazy.
Yes.
And then Tangled, 87%.
Yeah.
Solid choice.
Yeah.
Sleeper pick to go very far.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, Princess Region I think was pretty tame.
Pretty tame.
Yeah.
Hero Region. I thought Big Hero 6 would do a little better against Lilo and Stitch too, but still 78% is not bad.
Yeah, wasn't bad. But then you had the closest one of the entire bracket challenge.
That was wild.
Yep, Encanto versus Peter Pan. And I think if we go back and look, it was by one vote.
Yeah, it was really close. It was going back and forth like all day, all night long.
Yeah.
So
but Encanto pulled it out, which I had them in the final 4, so I'm like, come on, let's go.
You got to protect the miracle.
the miracle.
Hercules did very well. They've had 87% of the vote. Tarzan did very well, 89%. Those two could go far, but my folks, you did it.
Goofy Movie did it.
I see you. I feel you.
No.
A Goofy Movie. That little lying toothpick went down. That's all I need. I think I am the big winner of the whole thing.
Now, in the next round, it would be a Goofy Movie versus Lilo and Stitch. So I don't think a Goofy Movie stands a chance on this one, unfortunately.
That's fair.
But it made it past Pinocchio, and I think that's all we really wanted.
That's all we really wanted.
That's all we really wanted.
If a Goofy Movie makes a run, there could be more costumes. There could be a promise made, but we'll see how this next round goes. Let's go over to the Animal Region, where the behemoth that is a Lion King.
99% of the votes. So that means
99%. One person out there voted for Bolt. Whoever you are, good for you. 99!
Yeah, so Lion King absolutely blew it out of the water. The other one that was very, very close was Alice in Wonderland versus Winnie the Pooh. That was our second closest bracket.
Who knew? Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh, yeah.
I think Alice is pretty polarizing, though, so you either love it or you hate it.
I agree, yeah. But Winnie the Pooh pulled it out.
Winnie the Pooh did. And honestly, I was impressed. Zootopia, 78% over The Rescuers.
Yeah, that one I thought would be a little bit higher.
I did too.
On the Zootopia side.
I did too. But again, that top half of the bracket, pretty tame.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's go to the chaos that is the Pixar region of death.
Yeah, we were not kidding when we said that the Pixar region was the toughest bracket. And it absolutely was. This is where people had almost perfect brackets.
Let's pause here and have a moment of silence for Ashley's bracket. It was perfect.
It's no longer perfect.
Until the Pixar region.
Oh, man. Moment of silence. Okay.
Done. Chaos.
You guys.
Chaos.
WALL-E versus Cars. Now, personally, I'm not a WALL-E fan. However, I thought there were a lot of people that were. You guys are Cars people, which I love. I love it.
Cars almost didn't make it in the bracket challenge.
Based on IMDb
Pixar
ratings.
is so brutal.
Yeah.
It's so competitive. But the number one seed has gone down. There were several folks that chose Wall-E to go all the way. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, but I mean, again, I'm not complaining because I love cars. Like, I would pick cars.
Hey,
but
life is a highway. I want to drive it all night long. I'm all in on the 16 seed. Cars, ka-chow.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But the next one then was Inside Out versus Monsters, Inc.
Yeah, you want another upset? Don't worry. We got you. Monsters, Inc.
Like, oh my gosh. I really did not think that people were going to pick Monsters, Inc. over Inside Out.
Well, like Monsters, Inc., I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you.
Oh, okay.
Another upset. Another upset. This time, the Toy Story is battling it out. And we heard the feedback, by the way. We know that this region was Toy Story heavy. Just trying to maintain the integrity of the system here.
Yeah.
But 2 versus 3. Y'all, I have questions because while 3 is devastating and will rip your heart out, you went Toy Story 2?
Yeah, you picked Toy Story 2 over Toy Story 3. I did not see that. I really did not realize that many people loved Toy Story 2, which is awesome, but definitely not what I thought was going to happen.
I didn't see that either, to be honest. The rest of the region, the top seeds won, but Finding Nemo, 94%
of the votes versus Soul, which, I mean, but still to have 94%. But the other one that I personally got wrong was Ratatouille versus Incredibles. I knew people loved Ratatouille, but I did not think as much as Incredibles.
Yeah, Incredibles is super popular, y'all. I did not see Ratatouille doing what it did.
Yeah, I had Incredibles, but y'all chose Ratatouille, which is
Little
awesome.
Chef was cooking.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. But again, Up, for those of you who have Up, and there's a lot of people having Up coming out of this region.
Yeah.
84% over Toy Story 4. So, very respectful.
Yeah.
Respectable showing by Up.
But yeah, if we look forward to round 2, I think there is going to be some very, very tough matchups.
Yeah.
Not just in the Pixar region, but I think the other regions as well. So we'll see how it goes.
Very quickly, we've got Beauty and the Beast versus Frozen. That one could be rough. Moana versus Mulan, I think could be a tricky one. Cinderella, can it keep the Cinderella run going versus Aladdin? That's going to be a toughie. Big Hero 6 and Encanto. Ooh,
that one's
going to be rough.
That one's going to be rough.
There's another one seed that could be on upset alert. I mean, Emperor's New Groove and Hercules, I feel like could be really close because those are 2 kind of cult classics.
Yeah, for sure.
Big following. You mentioned it already. Can a Goofy movie topple Lilo and Stitch?
I don't think so, but...
Listen, if a Goofy movie goes through this next round... Costumes coming back out. we're gonna make some promises, and if that thing still goes, can anyone beat the Lion King? I don't know.
I don't think Bambi can. I don't think Bambi will do
that
it.
wimpy deer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. And then Winnie the Pooh versus Robin Hood is interesting to me. That one I don't know how it'll go. I think Zootopia continues to roll. Yeah, honestly,
I agree. But then you've got the Pixar region again.
The upsets.
You've got Cars versus Monsters, Inc.
You guys,
which
I'm all in for Cars now. I want that 16 seed.
I mean, kind of, right? I like my Pixar.
I want the chaos, but Up. I think Up ends Toy Story 2.
I don't know, because again, I didn't think people would love Toy Story 2 as much as they did. I still think Up could do it, but it's I think that's gonna be a close one.
I'm interested in Ratatouille and Coco, don't get me wrong. That one I'm not sure of. But like the most interesting matchup of this round for the entire bracket for me, Finding Nemo versus Toy Story.
I know.
You've got the top vote getter of that region going up against the OG Toy Story.
I know.
Feelings are going to get hurt.
Yeah.
But that's why we love March Madness.
Yeah. You love it or you hate it.
Yeah. So before we end, let's go to the leaderboard. Now, this is early on. Every correct pick got 1 point.
Correct. Okay? Yep.
So we pulled the top 10. There's actually like 14 people here because we've got some ties. It'll kind of separate as we go along.
Yep.
Shout out to Disney Dad of One. My guy. 30 out of 32 correct picks.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, it's
Amazing.
awesome. It's awesome.
Amazing. Obi's going nuts in the background.
He's happy for you too.
Yeah, it's just wild. Congrats. Dude,
Yeah.
that was incredible showing. We've got KA Bang 09 in second place with 29. Still, 29
Yeah, 29.
correct
That's
picks.
impressive.
Girl,
That is impressive.
we see you. And then tied for third, we've got several people at 28 points. I've got Carly 0220, Lavabi, Lynn's Knight, Matt and Chippewa, McKay Allen, RR Collectibles, all tied for third. Drop down to ninth place, Iron Eagle with 27.
Yep.
And then number 10, Smalls, Book Elephant 22, Life Could Be a Theme, Ryan Belliston, and SJ Brower all have 26
26 points. So it's close. I mean, especially with round 2, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
So, and I don't think there was anybody that was knocked out that had like the champion that was knocked out. Did we?
Yeah,
Oh.
Lynn's Knight, we love you.
Oh,
But
that's
she
right.
had Wally going
That's
all the
right.
way.
She did. Sorry.
Sorry.
That's right. Okay, just kidding. We had one person, I think, that, had the champion that was already knocked out. But anything can happen
Anything
in round
can
2.
happen.
Anything can happen.
So, thank you guys
Yeah.
for supporting, for participating, for voting. Thanks for submitting your brackets.
Yeah.
We're going into week 2.
Yep.
Let's see what happens. Keep the votes coming. This has been so fun. You guys are awesome. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend.
Yeah.
And next week, vote, vote, vote.
Let the madness begin.
Yeah.